back at WNST, Towson, Baltimore, and Baltimore Positive. I have promised everyone in this sort of downtime for sports and uptime for Baltimore Positive that I was going to keep everything local. Now, this is not a local story, so you know it must be a good one for me to be breaking from all the Baltimore business owners here to talk about what's going on with COVID. But I've known this young lady since she was a very, very young lady. She is now a young woman, I should say. She's one of my friend's daughters, and she's an incredible musician, and she put together something that my wife watches a lot of news, so, you know, there's always a television on around here. I would say to you, Shelbie Rassler, that your vision and your song and your What the World Needs Now is Love, Sweet Love has shown up in our house probably 6 or 7 times in the last couple of days in various newscasts and Inside Edition. I've also had a friend, I don't know if you've seen the young man washing his hands in the kitchen singing a 20-second wash your hands song. That is also my friend's son. That's Mike Flynn's son. But Shelbie, you are the daughter of my dear friend Scott and Karen in beautiful Weston, Florida. And you're up in Boston, and you've done something that's just really extraordinary. I mean, it's come to my home 7 times, as well as my computer. My wife has shared it. I am about to share it. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. And you have created a virtual orchestra, which, quite frankly, Shelbie, is music to my ears. How are you, my love? What's going on?
Thank you so much. What a fantastic intro. I really appreciate that.
I give good intro. Intro is what I do. You know, so.
That was beautiful. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Distance won't stop us from coming together to share some love. I hope you enjoy this cover of Burt Bacharach's What the World Needs Now, created with a little help from my friends. Oh, I like that. It's a little, there's a little Beatles reference there, a little Joe Cocker reference as well. I like that. Okay, I mean, first things first, I've known you since you were a little girl. I don't even know how old you are. I still think you're 14, although I know you're not.
Yeah, I'm 22 these days, actually.
So I could drink with you now. Wow. All right, that changes everything.
What a crazy concept. Right?
How long have you been in Boston now? I remember when your mom and dad, you were flying off to all sorts of places, and your background in music, and I've seen you tinkle the keys, and I know your mom has a long, long background in music and teaching and voice and show tunes and all of that good stuff, but you went off to Boston to Berkeley, correct?
Yeah, that's right. So I go to the Boston Conservatory at Berklee College of Music. And I'm in my senior year, so this is my 4th year up there.
Well, everyone is social. I know everyone in your family to be social and very huggy and very kissy and you're a musician and you're a conductor and everything we do. I'm a sports guy, right? Try playing sports alone, right? That's called golf. You know what I mean? That's not even a sport.
Right.
It's a game, you know. There's so many things we need each other for, right? And music is... You know, I love me a singer-songwriter and a guitar and a tin can to put a $5 in or whatnot. And I might have Eddie Lauer come here on Saturday night. We're trying to figure out how we can be 6 feet apart and sing songs together. So we may turn the WNST Baltimore Positive studio into our own little orchestra on Saturday night. If I can get Eddie down here, I want to put the tip jar out for him so he can make some money because he's one of my favorite people.
Oh, that's awesome. I can't wait to watch.
But even so, I mean, I love Eddie as a solo artist, but, you know, I mean, it's always better with a band, right? Life's better. Things are better in 2s and 3s and 4s, and I think this thing, we've learned that, and I just got to get to the story. Give me the story of how you've put together this incredible... This is a worldwide orchestra you put together, right?
Yeah, that's right. Basically, I posted on my personal Facebook page when I was coming home from Boston. The rest of our semester was moved to virtual learning, so everything's online now. So everyone was asked to leave the city and go back home and kind of return back to their hometowns. And so on the plane ride home, I was thinking of, you know, just some way to still be able to be in communication and collaboration with all of my friends and all of my colleagues up in Boston.
So you're in Florida right now. I was wrong. You're not in Boston.
Right. So I'm in Florida right now.
Okay.
I came home, about a week and a half ago. And so I posted on Facebook it was March 14th, I believe. And I just asked if anyone wanted to do some kind of virtual orchestra project thing that I would send out sheet music for and tracks for everyone to tune in to their own virtual studios at home, and they could kind of listen along to the track and play their instruments and sing and dance along to the music. And then they went ahead and sent me the videos and the audio files and everything. And then I just took it. Everything was imported to my laptop, and I just kind of created what the video ended up being now.
So it wasn't done all at once. It was. I'm trying to get a grip. They sent it all in. Was it a Zoom that you used? Give me the what I'm seeing. All of the nuts and bolts of how this thing was put together. Did people do this individually, or was it all done at midnight one night where you all did it like the Foo Fighters video over in Italy or whatever?
Yeah, no, so it was very much done on everyone's own time. We never came together at the same exact time to record anything via Zoom or anything like that. It was all separate audio and video clips that everyone took over the course of about maybe 2 or 3 days total.
How many people
when I
total?
Sent out the music. There were 75 people.
75 people
That's
doing
right, yeah.
that. Do you know all of these people? Some of these people, friends of friends, total strangers? Who are these people?
Yeah, so the vast majority of them are friends. And then there are definitely a small handful of people that I've never met before, and a small handful of people that are friends of friends of friends that I've maybe met once or twice up in Boston or something like that. But I would say it's about 80 to 85% within the Boston Conservatory and Berklee College of Music community. And then the other small percentage would be from other institutions and other universities and friends that I had from high school and things like that. But the large majority of it was Boston Conservatory and Berklee College of Music.
Do you have any thoughts of like what happens after this? Like, is there a point where all 75 of you get together when we can all hug each other again and eat pumpkin pie and get together in the fall and get in a room and do it? Or I would think for all the publicity you've gotten and hundreds of thousands of views. By the way, Shelbie Rassler is our guest. She is a musician at Berklee. She's down in Florida. I've known her since she was a little girl, and she's been all over my television all week long on Good Morning America and creating a virtual orchestra to sing the Burt Bacharach song, What the World Needs Now is Love, Sweet. So why that song? I think your mother probably had something to do with that. And I love me some Burt Bacharach, so I'm good with all that. But why that song and why the idea? And I have to think that you're a little shocked at all of the aftermath of this, right?
Oh, so much so. I mean, I knew that when I was putting together everything, once I received all the videos and all the audio and everything, I knew that this would be some sort of special project. Like, I could feel that it was something special about this because it's just so many people with such intense passions for music and spreading love and spreading positivity. I knew that it was going to be something special, but, I mean, I could never in a million years imagine that it would be on Good Morning America and NPR and all of these things. Like it's completely mind blowing. It's just overwhelming in the most incredible way.
What's incredible for me is I thought this was sort of a virtual Zoom, right? Like I thought it was just everybody got in and you culled it and somehow created an editing process for it. I think Zoom has become an interesting thing for everyone and for what I do and for why we're not split screening here and videoing. I hate bad audio, right? So and you weren't doing it to create the greatest audio of all time. It was more of a spirit situation. But for being able to conduct a virtual orchestra, what's the neatest thing you've seen done that's sort of like what you did? I would say the thing for me, and I've already referenced it, is when all those crazy people got together and did the Foo Fighters song out in the middle of the field, right? Where everybody in the world has seen
awesome.
that. It was crazy awesome. And I'm thinking, how do you not do more of that? Like, to me, that would be the virtual thing. That would be the next step, is to say, how can I get 1,000 people to play Stairway to Heaven at the same time? And you probably have seen the Stairway to Heaven video too, right? Those are the neatest things. And when I see those, I'm thinking, well, this is a time to create that. And you're on the cusp. This is your opportunity, Shelbie.
I'll do it right
Part
now.
2.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I mean, my original thought was trying to brainstorm some way to have us all do it at the same time.
But it probably wouldn't sound good.
Right, exactly. It definitely probably would not sound good. And then the other thing was just the logistics of getting everyone available at the same time, because when I sent out the initial Facebook post and then the following email to the people who said they were interested. A lot of people were traveling home at that time and kind of packing up their whole lives in Boston, and we're kind of, people were kind of doing their own thing. So I felt like allowing them to do it on their own time and just kind of send it in when they're done and whenever they have time to do it, I felt like that would be the most realistic plan, I guess, for it to actually happen,
Why What the World Needs Now is, was there a second choice? I don't know. There's a lot of incredible music. We're all playing playlists, right? Like,
right.
My wife and I took a drive the other day, and I created a 2-hour. And some of it was a little tongue-in-cheek, I mean, you have to if you don't have a sense of humor during this thing, you're not.
Right.
We're not going to survive it,
Not going to go too well.
It's not going to go well. So, I mean, we've all made a little playlist. Certainly a great choice, but I'm trying to think if you and I got together over a beer now that you're 22, Shelb,
right.
or a glass of wine, whatever you want, or quarantini, which I've had a few of those recently.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
Well, you have to have them alone. Yeah, it's a quarantini. So I would think that there could be a second song. This should be a series, Shelb. I mean, I'm egging you. I mean, come on. What else are you doing down there? What are you out, like running around on an 82-degree day at the pool? What are you doing?
That's right. Yeah, I'm certainly. I do have some free time right now, and there certainly have been a few requests from people around the world asking, not even if there's going to be a next one, but what is the next one going to be? So I'm definitely interested in doing this again, and there have been a lot of really amazing people that have reached out and actually asked me to help facilitate their own projects that they want to do with their communities and their students and everything like that. So I'm super interested in continuing this and kind of making it sort of a thing. But the song, I mean, so
Shelb, you're breaking up on me, sweetie. Your phone's a little bad. Go.
Oh no,
there
sorry.
You go. Go for it.
You're all right? Okay.
Yeah, we're good now.
Awesome. So yeah, I had heard the song growing up. I mean, it's a classic. I feel like it's just such a gorgeous song, and I'm it's just very inspiring. And then in 2016, the Broadway for Orlando group they created a cover of this song with the most gorgeous arrangement I've ever heard, and it was in honor of the Pulse nightclub shooting actually in Orlando at the time, and it was, obviously just such a remarkable, horrific tragedy that happened. And the fact that this song had the power to just bring just a tiny bit of positivity and optimism during that just horrible time, I held on to that throughout all of these years. I just remembered that being such an impact on the world. And I just thought that this song is just such a perfect message for right now, and that we all just need to stick together and spread some love and be there for one another right now, because everyone is going through the same thing, and the same uncertainty right now in the world is just terrifying. It's really scary, and I just felt like when I was thinking of what I wanted to do and what song could possibly just convey just a tiny bit of positivity, if that was even possible during that time, I figured that this was going to be the song that could do it.
You're going to tell me, is there a second choice or no? You're not going to give away what the next number on the album's going to be, or no?
I mean, we've all seen the cover of Imagine that's going around with all of the celebrities and everything. I mean, that's obviously a gorgeous song. I'm a big fan of songs like Here Comes the Sun, stuff like that. But yeah, I don't have any definite plan set in stone yet, but you'll be the first to know.
I'm going to be thinking about this. I'm going to be trying to inspire you, Shelbie Rassler. My wife says hello. Yeah. She's come in on the set. She's waving, and she's reminding you to keep calm and stay local, although this is not local, but this is important. It is local. It's very. Shelbie Rassler is our guest. She's a Berkeley. What would I would call you a musician, but like I don't want to call you a pianist or a conductor or what do you call yourself?
So I'm studying composition at school, so a composer.
Composer, okay.
Yeah.
Wow. At the Model Lyrica, we have all the great composers, There's, Mozart's names on the wall. And Beethoven. So you have to have Rassler somewhere up on the top. So, hey, take care of yourself. It sounds like you're doing well. Congratulations on, at least moving people to cry a little, think a little, hug a little. I just put a status up. I said, who's the first person you're going to hug when this whole thing's over with? And I think that's something for everybody to think about 10, 12 days into this. I can't wait for the encore as they yell on the balcony, encore, encore. So we'll have to.
Thank you so much.
Shelbie, take care of yourself. Tell me where to find you, because I know the video's out on YouTube, and you have your own YouTube page, and you're Boston via Fort Lauderdale and places in between, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So you can find the original video is up on YouTube on my channel, and that's Shelbie Rassler, Shelbie with an IE. And same with my Instagram, at Shelbie Rassler. My Twitter is at Shelbie M. Rassler. And that should just cover everything.
All right. Well, take care of yourself. Love to your parents.
Thank you so
wash your hands.
Yeah.
I got to tell everybody that. It's important. I feel like I'm treating you like a kid now, and that's not right. I mean, I treated you like a kid.
Okay.
I didn't even treat you like a kid when you were a kid. All right, take care of yourself. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. I'm sharing the link. You can find the link. She is Shelbie Rassler. She's been my friend since she's a little girl, and I'm very proud of you, young lady. Be well, all right?
Thank you so much. So lovely talking to you. Thanks so much for having me.
Part 2, we need to come up with a good song. I'm working on it. Got to be something from like Aerosmith or something. We'll work on it. Nasty at WNST.net finds me. I'm really just talking to local people, except for Shelbie, all week long. We are keeping calm. We are staying local. We're in the middle of a pandemic, but we're all going to get through this together. We're going to wash our hands. We're going to listen to what we're told. Listen to what Larry Hogan tells you to do. Stay in the house. Stay safe. Take care of your loved ones. And find us out on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Snapchat, Instagram. We're delivering the morning newspaper every day. We're doing Baltimore positive awesomeness. We are WNST.net, AM 1570, and WNST, Baltimore positive. Stay with us. We got more good stories to tell.